Not sure if you can see it too well from the camera's point of view, but that is the Hollywood Tower. And I'm in Florida right now. And the moment I got to my hotel, I had lines I needed to do. And I can't get the air conditioning to turn off. I don't have enough chairs to make a porta booth using teleport technology. I don't think there's enough time to make something in the closet, and I don't think there's enough room for me to fit everything inside the closet to record also. And these lines are due in 4 hours. The moment I arrived at the hotel, I had lines I needed to do, which is crazy. But this is what happens when you're a voice actor. The moment you go on the trip, you get books for something, you get auditions, something happens. It happens every single time. It's a little bit of a curse. And let's see. In this case, this is for MyStreet. And holy crap, our Jess and Jason are working really hard at this, so I have to get these done for them because these are going to go up as soon as everyone's lines are in. So, let me get the air conditioning might not be so bad because, as you can see from my setup, we got a pillow here to help soften the noise a little. It's a soft surface to bounce off of, even though it's facing this way. Usually I would prefer if it was down, but that would probably just knock over the whole microphone. And I think I will do a few test lines to make sure that I can do noise removal nicely. Who would even want to be around you anyway? My voice also cracked in the middle of that. I did not sleep in 3 days because I was busy packing. Noise removal works like a charm. So yeah, I'm gonna be getting to work. And this is probably the most of Aaron's mom, or Rachel, has gotten compared to the rest of the day. My daughter, if you didn't. Who would even want to be around you anyway? Who would even want to be around you anyway? Who would even want to be around you anyway? Bleh. A bit of that vocal fry going on to that. To layer on the condescension. I didn't even come prepared to get inside that shit. Okay. I didn't even come prepared. I didn't even come prepared to get inside a hot tub. I didn't even come prepared to get inside a hot tub. Let's see how to make this work. I didn't even come prepared to get inside a hot tub. Yes, he's still out there. He thinks he can make the hot tub work. I didn't even come prepared to get inside a hot tub. I didn't even come prepared to get inside a hot tub. Okay. I didn't even come prepared to get inside a hot tub. I didn't even come prepared to get inside a hot tub. Well, at least your daughter. Well, at least your daughter has some manners. Well. Well, at least your daughter has some manners. This is my USB mic. I can't adjust the gain as well as I could with my XLR mic, so I hope. I'm so stressed right now, okay. Well, at least your daughter has some manners. Well, at least your daughter has some manners. Has some manners. Well, at least your daughter has some manners. I leaned a little too hard on that T. Before you go poo-poo on this mic, this is the same mic I recorded for Fidget and auditioned for Misfortune and all that stuff, so it was basically my starter mic, and I just kept using it for years. And I moved up once I knew that I could earn enough to recoup the cost of my new microphone, which costs way more than this USB mic. Well, at least your daughter has some manners. Well, at least your daughter has some manners. Well, at least your daughter has some manners. At least your daughter has some manners. Let's see if we can try to get some Miss Baltimore Crabs or Wilhelmina from Ugly Betty up in here. Where do you think she learned it from? Herself. She is her own person, you know. Herself. She is her own person, you know. Seriously. I don't know how she managed to survive being related to you. Seriously. I don't know how she managed to survive being related to you. Seriously. I don't know how she managed to survive being related to you. Me. What's with that look? What's with that look? What's with that look? What's with that look? This is the little technique. What look is that? That one. That one. That one. Oh, whoops. I continued off another page. Okay. Nope, stop. That one. That one. You've been tossing that look at me throughout the night. That one. You've been tossing that look at me. You've been tossing that look at me throughout the night. That one. You've been tossing that look at me You've been tossing that look at me throughout the night. while I was discussing how much I needed to record, my family was all like, are you gonna scream? I don't want to get in trouble. And I'm like, no, it's fine. They're very fortunate that Aaron's mom doesn't get that loud. And you've been tossing that look at me all night. What look? What look? What look? Oh, I'm sorry. That's just your face. Ha ha. Very funny. Seriously, what are you plotting? Ha ha. Very funny. Seriously, what are you plotting? Seriously, what are you plotting? Plotting. Seriously, what are you plotting? Plotting. Don't hit it too hard. Don't turn those T's into D's. Seriously. Seriously. What are you plotting? What are you plotting? Yeah. That's not what I'm plotting. That's what Aaron's. You can't be serious. You can't be serious. You can't be serious. You can't be serious. Is Aaron planning to propose to Af now? Is Aaron plotting to propose that? Okay. Is Aaron You can't be serious. Is Aaron planning to propose to Af now? Is Aaron planning to propose to Af now? Is Aaron planning to propose to Af now? Gonna be might as well adjust the seat, this chair. I know. Don't do that. It's pretty obvious. Why else would you say what's Aaron's? It's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious. Let's pretend I'm Zane. It's pretty obvious. Why else would you say what's Aaron planning? Okay, that's okay. It's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious. Why else would you say what Aaron's planning? It's pretty obvious. Why else would you say what Aaron's planning? It's pretty obvious. Why else would you say what Aaron's planning? That's alright. Okay. You're very bad at being not. You're very bad at being not obvious. Now tell me everything you know so far, or I'll do something you wouldn't want me to do. You're very bad at You're very bad at not being. You're very bad at being not obvious. You're very bad at being not obvious. Now tell me everything you know so far, or I'll do something you wouldn't want me to do. Now tell me everything you know so far, or I'll do something you wouldn't want me to do. Now tell me everything you know so far, or I'll do something you wouldn't want me to do. Area 3, very creepy. Even though she's not a main antagonist anymore. And now I have to figure out how... and now we have to figure out a way to make it in character for her to react this way. Understanding the context. Tell me something you wouldn't want me to do. Exist? Like... Because it's not like her to go, girl! Not that suddenly, because she usually builds up to it unless it really touches a nerve. Unless the context is, this really does touch a nerve. So, or else I'll do something you wouldn't want me to do. Exist? That didn't treat the microphone. Fine. Look, Aaron is planning to propose to Shockmount. Not tonight, like I would have wanted, but sometime in the near future. I'm just excited and scared, and couldn't keep it to myself, obviously. Well, you're lucky I care enough about my son to not say anything about this. Well, you're lucky I care enough about my son to... Well, you're lucky I care enough about my son to not say anything about this. Well, you're lucky enough... Well, you're lucky I care enough about my son to not say anything about this. Well, you're lucky I care enough about... Well, you're lucky I care enough about my son to not say anything about this. Well, you're lucky I care enough about my son to not say anything about this. It's really hard to keep on mic. Tricky. Glad to hear. Now I have people to serve. Try not to eat too many of my tamales, will you? And then Sylvana walks on. So, Aaron's planning a proposal to this girl. So, Aaron's planning a proposal to this... So, Aaron's planning a proposal to this girl. I don't even know her that well. I don't even know her that well. So, Aaron's planning a proposal to this girl. I don't even know her that well. I can sort of accept this kind of life Aaron wants to live, but I can sort of accept this kind of life Aaron wants to live, but how do I know this girl just doesn't want him for inheritance? Okay, how do I know this girl just doesn't want him? Doesn't want him for... After I'm gonna do a mini rewrite. I hope you don't mind. Because so it might come out a little, so I might be able to say this easier. How do I know this? How do I know this girl doesn't just want him for his inheritance? How do I know this? How do I know this girl doesn't just want him for his inheritance? I need to know more. I need to know more. I need to I need to learn more. Okay. So far. And so, and then, let's see, how do we go about this? Her usual kind of like effortless self, or, no, this is serious mode. This is not going to be kind of like happy fun times. Ah, hello there, Afma. 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 Next slide.
Ah! Hi, Miss Lycan. Hi, Mrs. Lycan. I'm so glad you and your family could come.
Well, we had some time off. Well, we had some time off. How could I miss this?
Nosy. I'm really glad about that. And I know Aaron is happy about it too.
I'm sure. Hey, Afma. May I ask you a question? I'm sure. Hey, Afma. May I ask you a question?
Go for it.
How much does Aaron's happiness really mean to you? How much does Aaron's happiness really mean to you?
Huh?
As a mother, I know I haven't been the best. However, I can assure you every single one. As a mother, I know I haven't been the best. However, I can assure you every single one of my actions. However, I can assure you every single one of my actions are done with. However, I can assure you every single one of my actions are done in the belief that I can help make my son's life happy. Okay, now let's see. However, I can assure you every single one of my actions are done in the belief that I can help make Aaron's life happy. That was a good one, but I want to see if I can get a better one. However, I can assure you every single one of my actions are done in the belief that I can help make Aaron's life happy. I may not be as loving as a normal mother, but I do things the way I do them because I believe they are best. I may not be as loving as a normal mama. I may not be as loving as a normal mother, but I do things the way I do them because I believe they are best.
If this is about Aaron taking a break, you don't have to apologize.
I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to figure out how you think of my son. I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to figure out how you think of my son. To be honest, I don't have much information on your relationship with Aaron, aside from the fact that you two have been together for quite a while now. I'm getting kind of spitty. Can't even hear it, but I can feel it. Commentating my process for the people who don't notice these things. Okay. I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to figure out how you think of my son. To be honest, I don't have much information about your relationship with Aaron, aside from the fact that you two have been together for a while now. I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to figure out how you think of my son. To be honest, I don't have much information about your relationship with Aaron, aside from the fact that you two have been together for a while now. Too low. Okay. I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to figure out how you I'm just trying to figure out how you think of my son. To be honest, I don't have much information about your relationship with Aaron, aside from the fact that you two have been together for quite a while now. I can understand. Where did my lines go? I don't know.
I think I understand where you were coming from.
Do you?
Yes. You want to make sure I love Aaron for him, right?
To put it bluntly, yes. To put it bluntly, yes. To put it bluntly, yes.
Let's see. Well, it's almost midnight, so I'll try to sum it up fast. I met Aaron in an online game a long time ago, but in real life I met him in school. Only then, I didn't know it was Aaron until later on. Aaron and I had a lot in common, and even though we've known each other for that long, we never really dated until after college.
Wait, let me pause this recording. Stop it. Stop. Okay. So I'm doing the in-betweens.
We never really dated until after college. I mean, we shared a lot of intimate moments in our life together. But even so, we waited for many years before we got together.
I see.
Aaron and I went through a lot, and because he had lived far away for a long time after Aaron left high school, we didn't want to get into anything. Even though deep down I knew I wanted to. I knew Aaron was going through a lot, and I didn't want to bring him down. I guess my thought process back then was, if he could be happy without me, then I would gladly let him move on without me. It wasn't until later, after thinking like that for so long, that I finally admitted my feelings for him. And ever since then, I haven't wanted to leave his side.
So you never knew about the Linza Corporation until you met us, correct? So you never knew about the Linza Corporation until you met us, correct? Correct. So you never knew about the Linza Corporation until you met us, correct? So you never knew about the Linza Corporation until you met us, correct? Let's see. I have to edit these later too. How am I doing on time? I'm doing pretty good. No. Orlando time is now 7. These lines are due in several hours. Good. I think I'm doing okay. This is going to be a really long video. I'm sorry.
That's true. But now that you're here, I'm glad. Because it makes Aaron happy. He's all that matters to me.
I see. Well then. Well then, you had better head outside. There's only 5 minutes until midnight. I see. Well then, you better head outside. Well then. I want to edit the script. Okay. Because there's a little capital here and I'm just like, okay, edit the capital. Well then. Well then. Well then, you better head outside. There's only 5 minutes until midnight. There's only 5 minutes until midnight. I see. Well then, you better head outside. There's only 5 minutes until midnight. Well then, you better head outside. There's only 5 minutes. There's only 5 minutes until midnight. Hot tub time for everybody. Hot tub time. I think the usual estimate is that it takes around 3 times the amount of time to record to edit something. So if you're going to edit something, multiply the time you spent recording by 3. That's the usual number that I've seen thrown around. It's usually accurate. So I think I'm doing decent on time. Maybe I don't have to worry as much about her. Too quiet! I can't hear myself. Okay. Maybe I won't have to worry as much about her. Maybe I won't have to worry as much about her. No, with her. Maybe I won't have to worry as much with mother. Okay. Maybe I won't have to worry as much with her. Maybe I won't have to worry as much with her. Okay. Usually if you get trapped on something like this, the trick is to start reading it in a different cadence. It might change the meaning of the line a little bit, but it's part of the actor's job to figure out how would this new read work with the context of the line, especially when the director gives you a read that you're not accustomed to doing, because they want a certain connotation. You have to figure out how to make it work and what kind of aspect is exploring this character through the subtext. So let's see. Maybe I won't have to worry as much with her. Maybe I won't have to worry as much with her. I think the first one is better. The first of these last 2 minutes. Maybe I won't have to worry as much with her. Maybe I won't have to worry as much with her. Maybe I won't have to worry as much with her. And that is pretty much all the lines, and that is just for the initial read through. After, if you don't count the ones I did as a table read through my head, and as I'm editing my lines, I will do retakes as necessary. So yeah. Look, it's Disneyland! The sun! Sun! Bad! Okay.